Oh hey, check it out. This video says that every horoscope has an addiction. Oh really? What's to say for you? Well, I'm a Capricorn, so it says I'm addicted to work and discipline and that I'm extremely responsible. Oh cool, what about mine? It says you're addicted to change and adventure. You have a wanderlust. Bro, that's crazy. What? No, it's not. When's the last time you left the house? We're supposed to be social distancing right now, come on. You haven't gone on a walk? What about before all this? Exactly. And since when was I responsible and disciplined? Have you seen my room? And did you notice this video is going up late? Probably, maybe, hopefully not. Wait, what video? Never mind. Point is, astrology's bullshit. The fuck? Welcome back, everybody. If you haven't guessed already from the intro and most likely the title, today we're going to be taking a look at astrology. Not to be confused with astronomy, because there's a slight difference. By definition, astronomy is the branch of science which deals with celestial objects, space, and the physical universe as a whole. No, today we're talking about astrology. The study of the movements and relative positions of celestial bodies interpreted as having an influence on human affairs in the natural world. If you didn't quite understand that, let me put it this way. Astrology is the study of how groups of stars in the sky allow us to categorize humans into 12 predictable categories known as signs that supposedly influence or predict human behavior, personalities, relationships, and even fortunes. All of this based on the current or upcoming position of certain celestial bodies in the sky. Now I know what you might be thinking.
How do the stars allow us to predict people's fortunes?
And to that I say, what do you mean? Of course we can predict people's futures through the stars. Just listen to this guy.
Joni gave me some readings in the past, and she pointed out certain areas in my life, and she said this would probably happen, and it absolutely did.
There's no way he was bamboozled. Joni Patry is the one who predicted his future, so let's see what she had to say about things that would happen in 2019.
Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And what I'm about to show you here now are the highlights from the prediction night where I went over the predictions for 2019 and 2020.
I know there's going to be new technological discoveries and space. And throughout this year, I know this alien thing's coming forth. And every time Rahu is in Gemini and Ketu is in Sagittarius, we have some catastrophic event. What is the dissolving of Ketu with Saturn in the sign of Sagittarius? What is Sagittarius? Spirituality and beliefs. It's 9th house. The Pope is going to have to step down. The sky is telling us everything we need to know.
There's always new tech discoveries. We didn't discover aliens in 2019. The Pope didn't step down. And I just want you to listen to this last part here a bit closer.
What is the dissolving of Ketu with Saturn in the sign of Sagittarius? What is Sagittarius? Spirituality and beliefs. It's 9th house. The Pope is going to have to step down.
I swear that's worse than the Biden speech.
You cannot let this. We've never allowed any crisis from the Civil War straight through to the pandemic of 17, all the way around 16. We have never let democracy take second fiddle. We can both have a democracy and elections and at the same time correct the public health.
It's as simple as it comes when we look at astrology. The burden of proof lies on those who argue for its existence as fact. That means it's on the people who believe in astrology to prevent provable scientific evidence as to how it works. And as far as I know, there isn't any. But maybe I'm jumping to conclusions here. Maybe there's some merit to all this. I mean, I haven't really fully explored astrology. Maybe if I gave it a chance, I might actually like it. Okay, let's take a look here. Oh, okay. So there's types of astrology. Oh, I get it. It's like how we have different kinds of math. You know, it's how 2 + 2 is 5 some days, and my bank account looks the way it does. The bank's obviously just using the wrong kind of math for my paychecks. Okay, so first up we have karmic astrology. This is about having belief in the concept of reincarnation. Wait, I thought this was about the stars and science. It goes against our beliefs in science. Wait. What? Whether you choose to believe or not is entirely up to you. You know, it's a really tempting offer, but I think I'm gonna pass. Let's check out some of the others. Horary astrology. This is a unique branch, solely to help you get astrology answers that you need in a certain time. Good. I want astrology answers in a certain time. No rituals or calendars, based upon the theory of synchronicity and the causality of time. Okay, that sounds scientific. These are complex concepts that a common person isn't familiar with. Well, fantastic. That sounds like exactly what I want. Something legitimate to prove that astrology isn't bullshit. So where did this type come into being? In olden times, it was hard to keep track of when a person was born. This was disregarded. Wait, they're not explaining it? Let's see. Synchronicity is a concept first introduced by analytical psychologist Carl Jung, which holds that events are meaningful coincidences if they occur with no causal relationship yet seem to be meaningfully related. So this version of astrology openly embraces projecting meaning into coincidences that have absolutely no causal relation. One more. Medical astrology. One of the most important things is that you need to have a good grip on biology. Biology, good. We have science. Each body part and each organ have an associated symbol, or you could say astrology sign. Different planets are said to rule different organs, and it is often quite troublesome deciding which planet controls which body part. So there's no set rules in place to stop anybody from attributing Mercury in retrograde to being the reason that your Capricorn throat is sore? I don't know about you guys, but this stuff might just be nonsense. Let's see what a scientist has to say.
I don't know what they're doing.
I was on a talk show with an astrologer.
A real one?
Apparently, yeah. She's. I trust her because she talks about how fake other astrologers are. And she was saying that the Kennedys all died during a lunar eclipse. You know, that this is a very checkable statement. Well, I don't know when other Kennedys died, but I know when Jack Kennedy died, and it was November 22nd. 1963. So I don't need to know if there's an eclipse then. I just need to know what phase the moon is in. So I said, you know, he was shot when I forgot what moon it was, a first quarter moon. She said, oh, well, this counts if they're anywhere within 2 weeks on either side of the eclipse.
What? That's a month.
That's a month out of 12. What? So I said, let me just shut up here.
Seems to me astrology is a crock of shit. Maybe I'm just too dumb to comprehend the greatness that is astrology. There has to be some proof. Astrologers guess people's signs out of a lineup. This is it. This is the concrete proof I need. If she gets these right, there's no denying it.
Hi, my name is Kelly Chambers. I'm an astrologer based in Los Angeles, and I'm about to guess these wonderful BuzzFeed employees' signs.
You know, she seems like the real deal. You know, I'm not confident with this being a BuzzFeed video, but hey, I'm willing to try anything at this point.
An astrologer places a lot of meaning in the placement of the planets at the time of birth. And based on the aspects, the houses that those planets occupy, that will tell something of the character. There's a lot of ways to pick up energy that can obfuscate the sun sign. So this is definitely a challenge.
Sorry, what?
There's a lot of ways to pick up energy that can obfuscate the sun sign.
Sorry, one more time.
There's a lot of ways to pick up energy that can obfuscate the sun sign.
What the hell are you saying? It's starting to become a recurring theme that astrologers just speak a bunch of gibberish in order to confuse you. She asked them a whole bunch of questions, and I swear to God if these aren't the most generic, dry-ass answers I've ever heard in my life.
Do you consider yourself a competitive person?
I have an addictive personality, so it's like I like to win.
Okay, you like to win. What do you really want your life to be about, and what would you really regret?
I feel like if I didn't leave an impression.
Are you kind of extreme? When you do something, do you go all the way?
I would say if it holds my attention.
What are some things that you like, that you look to, and also reasons that you've said absolutely not to somebody?
My two biggest ones, I guess, are kindness and intelligence.
Tell me your pace.
I kind of just pick something and then focus on it, and then when I get bored, I move on.
Tell me about what home means to you. Home, I love to feel safe. I do like keeping a routine, but I like to have fun too. How do you feel about conflict? Do you get fiery, or would you rather kind of avoid it? I do get fiery, but I don't like conflict. I don't like conflict. Would you consider yourself an introvert? Yes and no. I can be an introvert, but I can also show out. In your values, what is it you truly want to cultivate or are proud of? I definitely want to make a difference in people's lives. What's a side of your personality that we don't see? I guess being vulnerable. What's the role of kind of playfulness and childishness in your life? I feel like I'm very outgoing. Okay. I meet the right people. Tell me about food, family, home. I love food.
The entire video consisted of extremely broad questions that either led you down a certain path or answer, or left you in a neutral, wish-washy space where you're agreeing to both sides. It makes everyone in the video just look like a generic idiot when I'm sure they all actually have very unique personalities and aren't actually that unintelligent. But who cares? It's the moment of truth. Let's see if Kelly Chambers can actually guess their horoscopes and completely restore my faith in astrology.
This is gonna make or break my business. Here we go.
Oh, don't say that. I kind of feel bad based on what we're about to see here.
Okay.
I am a Virgo. I am a giver. You're a Cancer.
I'm a Gemini.
You're a Gemini?
Yes, I'm an Aries.
Okay, so I got the Aries.
Yeah, I'm a Leo.
Okay.
I'm a Taurus.
Okay. All right. Well, not terrible.
Wow. We just watched a woman's career get ended in a BuzzFeed video. I mean, I'd say I'm sad for her, but she chose a career in astrology. That's just not smart. See, because here's the thing about astrology. It may seem that star charts, formulas, and the tracking of celestial bodies may be scientific enough to make astrology a reality, but astrology just isn't real science, and there's several reasons why. Astrology isn't based on evidence, you can't test whether or not a certain conclusion is replicable, and lastly, astrology can't be proven wrong. But that may not be enough for you. Some people might just say that astrology doesn't fit the mold of what we define as science. And that's fine. You're ignorant. But let me tell you a story. So about 3,000 years ago, 500 years before the first psychoactive use of marijuana in China, surprisingly it was the Babylonians that started looking up at the sky and said they started to see things. But their early incarnation of astrology wasn't created to predict relationships and behavior. They understood that using the moon and stars they could predict things such as the tides, the weather, and even women's periods. It was used in what at the time was considered a scientific context. Fast forward about 2,000 years or so and the Greeks discover a little something called precession, which basically means that the Earth moves like an angled gyroscope. It was a brilliant discovery for the time, and it changed science. It also changed astrology. Astrologers adapted and tried to fix this problem, resulting in what we have now, where your sun sign correlates to the season you were born and not actually the position it was in the sky at the time of your birth. About 500 years later, we discovered that the Earth revolves around the sun, and suddenly astrologers go into full panic mode. They began denying science and became the laughingstock of the scientific world. Over the next 100 years or so, astrology rapidly declined in popularity. And in 1659, with the death of Jean-Baptiste Morin, Europe's last astrologer, science moved on to use physics to explain the universe around us instead. At one point, astrology was the beginning to us understanding the universe around us. But now, science has evolved, and astrology is left scratching at your door like a stray dog, manifesting itself through your Aunt Karen's Facebook posts. Every day sharing generic horoscope readings that could apply to literally anyone. I swear to God if I have to cut that out because you giggled. Now, I've had a good time taking the piss out of astrology today, but I feel like this video would be incomplete if I didn't pull out my trump card. Make sure you write this down next time someone you know is blaming their mood on their sign. Anyway, none of this matters because back when the Babylonians first conceptualized the zodiac calendar, they deliberately ignored a 13th constellation known as Ophiuchus, in order to preserve the 12-month calendar they already had established. Due to this, about 83% of people don't actually fall under the sign they think they do. For example, I'm a Cancer because my birthday is June 22nd. It falls between the dates of June 21st and July 22nd. But if we take a look at the calendar with Ophiuchus, the dates are actually shifted. And in reality, I actually fall within the dates corresponding to Gemini, June 20th to July 20th, since Cancer now holds the dates of July 21st to August 9th. So without this knowledge, if I was to look at any horoscope website assuming that I was a Cancer, I would be completely wrong in thinking that it applied to myself when in reality I'm actually a Gemini. This essentially means that anytime someone you know has predicted a fortune, blamed their sign, had relationship trouble, or any other ridiculous thing revolving around their horoscope, there's an 83% chance they're not even talking about the right sign, regardless of the steaming pile of crap that is modern-day astrology. Alright, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not exactly sure what to classify it as, being part commentary, part educational, mostly just taking the piss out of astrology. Either way, I really had fun with this one and I hope you enjoyed watching. I apologize if it kind of seems like I was whisper talking in the middle of the video. I filmed that a little bit later at night while my roommates were trying to sleep, so probably won't be doing that again. But before you go, I did want to throw in a shout out to another small YouTuber named Piketastic. I just recently did a collab with him over on his channel, and we had a lot of fun taking a look at a tattoo revenge show. Definitely don't forget to check that out if you want to see more of my beautiful face. Also, let me know in the comments what I should do for my 50 subscriber celebration. I didn't think I'd get here by the time this video went up, so I thought I would be on my own for ideas, but I'd love to hear what you guys want to see. Thank you all so much for watching. I love making these videos, so I'm really glad to see they're getting the reception that they are. I'm gonna try and stop bombarding my family and friends with posts about my videos, so I'm gonna try and move everything over to Twitter. I've actually never really used Twitter, so it makes it the perfect place for me to post nonsense stuff that my family doesn't care about. Alright, so homework for the class. Subscribe to me on Twitter to keep updated. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss my 50 sub celebration. Let me know what you think I should do for my 50 sub celebration in the comments down below. Have yourself a good quarantine. And you know, just go grab yourself some ice cream. I feel like you deserve it right now. I was gonna do a bit at the end where I ate ice cream, but I could only find forks, so I guess that's not happening. It's also 10 in the morning. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day.